Now, in spite of rising inflation and worries about an economic slowdown, there are signs that retail sales are showing signs of picking up across numerous pockets. And that's good news considering thousands of livelihoods are pinned on a good festive season. Jude Sannith went street shopping in Chennai's retail hub of Nagar, reports that the mass market segments have been a little slow in picking up steam.
Every year, lakhs of shoppers from Chennai and neighbouring towns make their way to Ranganathan Street to buy clothes, imitation jewellery and footwear at bargain prices. All that stopped in 2020 when the pandemic struck. Diwali shopping in Nagar simply hasn't been the same in the last couple of years, thanks to COVID restrictions that have stayed even during the festive season. But going by these crowds, the pandemic seems to be a thing of the past. But the one question that looms large over this return to shopping frenzy is this: are rising prices, fears of an economic slowdown, and the loss of sheen in mass market consumption affecting Diwali sales this year? A dipstick survey of how street vendors are doing this year points to some cheer. Vendors like Ibrahim and Rafiq are making up for 2 bad years. Their sales have already exceeded 2019 levels.
None of my products sold for 2 years, which meant that I incurred huge losses. For the first time since I'm able to make a good earning, this season I'm able to register sales of about 20,000 rupees per day.
I used to clock about 5,000 to 8,000 rupees in everyday sales before COVID, but today that number has hit 10,000 per day.
These reports are in line with the situation being outlined by the organised retail sector. September 2022 saw sales jump 21% compared to 2019. QSR, consumer durables and apparel have been the biggest draws. Footwear and jewellery sales have been comparatively muted, but even these have exceeded pre-COVID levels. Some of these trends have played out in the unorganised sector as well, but not all vendors are having a happy Diwali. Some say an influx of inexpensive online products with attractive return and exchange policies has hit earnings. Others point out that higher footfalls don't necessarily mean higher sales.
Business has been dull this year, and that has been the case ever since people began buying products online. My earnings have reduced over the years, with most customers coming over to take a look but deciding to buy online.
10 years ago, the shopping season would last a whole month. This period reduced to 15 days and then just 10 days. Today, we are lucky if we manage to do decent sales for 2 days.
The pace may be a little slower than people had hoped for, but the mass retail segment is definitely reopening its wallet. And while the dynamics of street shopping may have changed, a lot of these street vendors seem set to enjoy a bright and shiny Diwali. Definitely a lot more festive than in the last couple of years. In Chennai, Jude Sannith.